episode is brought to you by GameFound. Create a free pledge manager for your project.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
And I'm Mike Delisio.
And we're here to talk about Kickstarter / GameFound projects, although today is, again, mostly Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Although, well, stay tuned. But also, we're doing 2 weeks worth of videos today, which you think would have overflooded us. It did not.
No, but I think this is, a better batch.
You said that last week, and then you remixed
The
at the end.
average here is up.
Yeah,
the average is up.
I was told that I was overwhelmingly negative last week.
Were you?
I may have been, but I don't care. I just felt like it wasn't a particularly good batch.
I never feel bad about
think
that.
any more than the rest of us, though. No.
Yeah, no, I think this is a better batch all told. We'll see.
I'm backing one of these.
I am too already.
Yeah, so,
Ooh.
yeah.
I'm not. Yeah,
Really?
I haven't gone through these yet.
Yeah,
oh, wait, no, I did. I don't know. Let's start looking at them and find
Are you
out.
backing anything?
I don't know. I'm on the fence with.
Okay,
with
so
one.
not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
But that's a very
I'm backing
big
the last
choice
one.
for me.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Okay, don't get
Starting
me
with
started. All right.
Menagerie Playing Cards and Art Book.
I think these are very cool looking. I wonder how you're going to feel about them, Z, because you're kind of the card guy.
I think these are great.
I think they look really, really cool. I like
them a lot, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
We made the right call.
This is the one thing I'm backing.
Oh,
Oh, you are.
all right. Now,
Good.
this is very important. Are you getting
Spoilers.
are you getting the very limited, the limited, or the weak sauce standard deck that only losers get?
Let's look at the prices. Let's go to the scoreboard.
These are Australian
So
dollars.
this is the entry-level deck, $15.
Okay.
18
Okay.
bucks. Sorry.
18,
18
yes.
bucks,
That's
yeah.
the cheapest.
This one here, limited edition, and a bunch of things I don't know what that all means, for $28.
$28.
Okay.
And then
This one is $40.
there you go. That's
Has
gotta be the
gilded
one.
gold edges.
Oh, you don't like gold edges though. You don't like the gilded
But wait,
edges.
you can get 1 and 2 combined.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or 1, 2, and 3 combined. Or promo packs A, B, and C.
Oh.
The bone pack.
So you get the standard deck?
You know it,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Okay.
You know what I like about these?
That's already overpriced. That 18's coming in pretty hot.
Yeah.
I like the faded backgrounds
Yes.
on the regular cards.
It's
I
pretty
like
good.
that.
It's pretty good.
We
I
will
like
do
the
that in our
detail.
next deck.
There's a little filigree action going on the sides, down from the pip. I like that. I like
the filigree.
frayed pips in the card.
Like the frayed.
Am I the
I
only person who
like
didn't know what filigree meant? I thought it was a kind of
didn't.
horse.
a little like detail.
That's a
little,
filly.
Detail.
I know, actually, that.
I like that all the aces are
You don't have the pedigree
fancy
to know what a
pants.
filigree is.
What is a filigree?
A filigree is
listening
like an
at all,
ornamental
Z.
design. A little like
I used it correctly.
he used it very
I know,
correctly.
I am sure you did. I thought he was just nodding along.
No, I
Mike knows more English than I do, so if
But Z knows significantly more Spanish than I do, so he wins.
But I feel,
Anyway,
I feel like there's one loser
filigree.
there. But
I like this side of the card better than the I guess it's the back.
The back of the
yeah,
deck
I prefer
is
this
okay,
side.
yeah.
I think if the back was prettier, I'd like these.
Yeah,
Not
I don't
prettier,
love the
but
big
it's just,
eye, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they were okay.
The back
That-
almost looks
front.
like less of a deck of cards and more like Mind Bug or one of those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have preferred. I like the back on the middle deck the best, actually. The
I didn't realize
orange.
this is the same guy who makes Jurassica?
Yeah, they make some games. Lost in different places. Lost in some place. Lost in some other place.
Oh, they get to that checkpoint. Who reviewed that one? Mike, did you?
that hasn't come
did
in.
not.
That Silverwood
Interesting.
Grove, I think you guys
You
reviewed and didn't like
Tom
it.
didn't love it.
Silver Road is terrible.
Okay.
But it's
It
mostly
looks
terrible
nice.
because it's one of the worst rule sets I've ever had.
Well, here's the thing about the deck of
that
cards.
doesn't-
You don't
Better
care.
rules.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, moving on. Wait, did I miss one? No, I did not. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
La Granja Deluxe Master Set. Now this, they're gonna attempt to improve on the Stronghold version.
I tell you what, man, that's quite a leap you have to make.
And because I'm a jerk, I'm gonna show you the Stronghold version.
Here we go.
Yes.
Okay, this is
This is mean.
dangerous.
I'm super excited.
Look at that yellow!
No, I tell you though, that's
actually not a terrible
that's not
cover,
a Stronghold thing. That's
but-
a Spielworks thing.
The board, yeah, it is Spielworks. I know.
Yeah.
Spielworks Stronghold. Anyway, I actually like the game.
I like Granja.
I haven't played it.
But
you haven't.
this is a
Multi-use
much
cards.
nicer version coming from Board and Dice.
Yeah,
That's a really dumb name for their big box, though.
the La Granja. Yeah. It's not.
I did like my eyes almost rolled out of my head when I saw that.
Now I've seen they did something similar for Yido. That's a beautiful production.
Yeah.
They did something similar. Didn't they do something similar for another game also, where they kind of deluxified it like this? Or was Yido their first?
For Board and Dice?
Yeah, from Board and Dice.
I don't know. Board and Dice has a lot of original stuff.
No, that's why I'm asking. Yeah. No, I think this looks nice. I do think that La Granja is a solid Euro game. You know, the triple layer player boards
That was cool.
is pretty exciting because you slot cards in different places.
Right. You
and
hide the
depending-
information you're not supposed to be looking at.
Correct. Yeah. So
You know what's not exciting?
the millions of expansions are adding, or
Well, I don't. No, I'm not. I actually. That's overwhelmingly. We're at a point now where I think we actually need to really calm down to get this many things. And you're not going to stick all these in. No, my problem with this is the size.
yeah.
And not the normal size, but the fact that they're offering this mega size. That
The box or
we
like
already
the
have
table
problems
size?
fitting our games on the
Oh,
table.
got it.
Yeah.
Why? Who's asking for huge versions of Euro games? Look, Granja's going to take up half the table.
Because you also have individual player boards too. It's not just the central board. You have your own, pretty significant.
But I bet you
table
more
space
people
in
are
front of
backing
you.
it.
Oh,
505.
Yeah, probably.
Well, no, actually, more people
No.
are backing the normal version.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was originally going to get.
Check mics, everybody.
Yeah, they're talking about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Roy, do you know
Okay,
who it
here,
is?
I think.
Yeah. I should be good.
You noticed?
I'm nowhere near it.
I think
It's not my hair.
it might be.
I did
Might be your
readjust
jacket
myself
again.
in my seat
Yeah, it
a
might be.
moment ago, but now I'm settled.
Yeah, hopefully that's better.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting that they've been doing these like guest designer expansions. Like Stefan Feld did a thing for this, and that's kind of interesting. I
It
don't know.
is. It just again, it feels like kitchen sink to the
Yeah.
point where I'm telling you, when you get
Donkey
these
Kong,
games out.
Donkey Song. You back in, Z? Are you interested? Donkey Song?
Dude, you know you want
Actually,
that.
there's a lot of donkeys in La Granja. A lot.
I'm all in. La Granja.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, you bring in this giant box and it's like module. That's almost
Oh,
counter.
you were saying module.
Counterproductive.
Module, yeah. Yeah.
I heard macho.
Machu Picchu.
Macho man.
All right.
Yeah. It's big. It's a lot of
It's
stuff.
big, it's pretty, but it's a proven game also.
It
There
is a proven
that.
game.
You're right. I mean, it's okay if it's big if they know what they're getting, right? I
And-
think it's more worse. It's more worse.
It's more worse, yeah.
It's more worse when you don't know what you're getting, then you pull it out and you're like, oh, and then hope I like it because it takes up the whole table.
Oh,
So I
gosh,
don't
yeah.
think that.
But isn't that one of our biggest
I don't
complaints
mind.
Yeah.
lately? Is that the games are
Right?
taking up too much space?
Yeah.
But again, if you know what you're getting into, you know you like the game. It's like, and you know that beforehand. I don't think it's as offensive.
I think it's fine if it's, again, a proven game. They're reprinting,
Yeah.
giving you extra stuff. I don't know how many people. I assume some people are buying this as an upgrade.
Sure.
Right.
And even if not, you could find one and try it before you go full hog on this.
That's
Or some
definitely
people
true.
say full donkey.
Full donkey, yes.
Filigree.
I don't think anyone says full.
96 by 96.
That's huge.
Feet?
Ah,
That's gigantic. No.
Centimeters.
No.
Is that?
not small.
All right. Skate Summer. This is from Pandasaurus Games.
I'm very surprised this is not doing better than it is.
It's almost a meter by a meter.
I think it's a pretty cool
thank-
looking
I get it.
project. Not my biggest issue with it,
100.
just
Centimeter,
Yeah.
100.
just based off of looking at
Thanks.
at this page, which is all the information I
Americans.
have about it, is that I think the central board looks busy, and I'm a little bit put off by that. But I like the skateboard in front of you. I like the way they're describing how the actions work. I think this looks like a solid project, and it brings me back some nostalgia. They've been leaning into this kind of Tony Hawk thing. Collect the letters, and that's kind of working for me a little bit. So I'm actually a little surprised this isn't doing better.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Mike. I liked the look of this one. I like the theme of it. I think it looks like it's integrated well, but that middle board, even watching the video and reading the rules and then re-watching the video, I was like, I still can't wrap my head around how this board works.
Yeah,
because
me too.
it's so busy.
Very busy.
But I like the artwork, so it's not an artwork thing. It's just that usability and of it. I was like,
I'm trying to figure out what makes them put a game on Kickstarter because we just got the snowboarding game from them.
Yes.
When this looks like the same category,
Very similar,
right?
yeah, doesn't it?
But that one was not Kickstarter, and this one is. Maybe it's this one because it has miniatures?
That could be. That could be, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. This is not a theme that has been overly used in board gaming.
Though lately, there's been 3 or 4 that have kind of come out at the same time.
Right.
These things happen, you know.
It does happen, yeah.
But no, I agree. This is a fresh theme. They're tackling it in a fresh way. I like the balance when you play cards and then, like, you know, you play to both sides trying to
a little push-your-lucky
balance.
thing.
That's
how long
neat.
do you go for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little busy. The whole thing feels a little busy, but I would try this.
Yeah,
What's
absolutely.
the price on it?
What was it?
I don't remember what it was.
50.
50, okay.
50 is very reasonable.
Yeah,
70, I guess, is the special
70
edition.
for the,
No one's backing the 50, so
No.
70.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Again, honestly, there's no reason to back it for 50.
Right.
If it's a retail edition, that's going to be in retail stores.
Correct.
And it'll be cheaper.
And and they're going to have a
If
discount.
it's going to retail, I mean, it's
That's why-
Pandasaurus,
That's why these games almost never get any. You see 46 backers at a 630.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
This guy's from Pirates of the Caribbean 2. He's the wayward stepson of Davy Jones.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, I guess this is it. This is another Button Shy. This is a role-playing wallet game.
Yes.
Although, this Button Shy is another company who I can't figure out what makes them put some games on Kickstarter and some are just in their monthly subscriptions.
Oh,
Aren't they all on Kickstarter now?
I don't think so.
I thought they were all Kickstarter, but I could be wrong.
Maybe they are on Kickstarter, and I'm being.
I really don't know. I tend to, lately especially, I've definitely been appreciative of Jason Tagmeyer's line of games here, his publications. I don't know about this one, guys. I mean, like the last few, I've even backed some of it. I'm very happy with them. It's an 18-card role-playing contraption.
So here's what it looks like to me. It looks like a micro game version of Fog of Love.
Okay.
Where I have zero interest in playing the game, but I do appreciate that, like you said, Button Shy is doing something different, right? I mean, this is a $10 two-player RPG experience.
Right.
It's unique in that sense. It's not anything I have an interest in, but from what I can tell, like, you're trying to match up these symbols, and so it's like, oh, talk about a memory, and you've got some prompts that, like before the game, so you kind of know what your relationship was. Maybe you know. So I mean, I don't know. This is not my type of game, but it's different, right?
It's almost
unique.
like a curio to me. This is like that's kind of just comes across as a warm-up exercise to get ready for an RPG almost. You know?
Yeah, I could see that. I love the look, though. This is by far my favorite artwork that we're looking at this week.
Oh,
really?
I love the look of it.
Okay.
I do, but I have zero interest in it.
Yeah.
Because I just RPGs. My
All right,
mind doesn't
we're still
work like
getting
that.
mic issues.
I don't know what it can
I think
be.
it was when Z was cleaning his glasses.
Yeah.
I think it's
Oh.
gone now.
Yeah, I think
I was cleaning my glasses. I couldn't see.
All right. Moving on to Maelstrom TCG for our.
sorry.
You want to take your comment back about the best looking art for the week?
No, but I will reiterate it. This is trash.
Once again, scam likely. I am not. Maybe we should. I should not put these on our
Just
Crowdsurfing app. I'm
start
so
a
tired of it.
TCG, Tom. Your print money. I mean, this looks like trash.
This is low
So,
effort.
yeah.
This looks
I do not
terrible.
understand. I do not understand how this makes any money. Never mind over $500,000.
It looks
It's
terrible.
got to be either the obvious money laundering scam thing, or people thinking and treating this kind of like an NFT or something, buying it and hoping it goes up in value. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
It makes no sense to me at all.
I wouldn't mind seeing some
creative
TCGs
project.
started, maybe, but
That's mush on
I mean,
the
it looks
screen.
bad. They don't give you good explanation of like how it plays. Like, there's nothing there to back up that much money.
Right. It doesn't
Like, I
even,
don't know how it plays. I don't like the way it looks.
It says they're doing its official rebranded Final Redemption TCG. Great. But
yeah.
I'm someone who doesn't know anything about Final Redemption TCG.
No.
Why would you not try to sell me on it?
Right.
Balderdash.
Balderdash.
That's
That's
actually
a different game.
That's too high of a.
Filigree.
that was a compliment.
All right, Pirate Sam board game dice tower, the ultimate skull dice tower.
You laugh. I think that the price on this
No,
is
I'm just laughing at
actually
the name.
is pretty good.
How much is it?
I didn't look at that.
What was it like?
$1, no, 59,
No, but
68 bucks.
This is a pretty nice looking. I mean,
Really?
I think so. I don't particularly wouldn't
do you
necessarily
think?
want
It's
it
too
in my
much? Too
house,
little?
but I mean,
It's an actual skull.
Yeah.
everything
No,
you
it's
see there.
not. Oh my god.
Everything you see there is how it comes, basically. It has the headdress, it's got the leather, it's got the wooden bowl. All that comes with it.
I gotta say, I don't like this one.
Really?
And I like dice towers, but first of all, I don't know, the idea of a skeleton vomiting out dice is not really attracting me.
Really? Why?
I don't think it's vomiting though. I mean, you'll
Why?
see that.
Look at
Like-
that picture
It's
again.
spewing dice.
It's not.
It's a dice chucker.
It's falling out like
You see what I did there? Dice chucker?
Up chucker.
Up chucker. Yeah, I don't particularly care about the piratey type stuff. I don't know. I think this is a conversation piece, an
It's
interesting
also
thing.
way too big.
We were talking about it, and I said that I would get this if I owned a board game cafe
Yeah.
or a board game store, something like that. I would definitely get this and have it as an ornament.
Would you put a hoodie on it?
I would probably change its headwear
Yeah.
to match the
season.
event or
Yeah.
something, or the
Yeah.
season. He's going to be rocking a Santa hat during Christmas.
Yep, I love
At my
it.
store,
I
right
love
at my
everything
game
about it.
cafe. The paninis will be brought to you between his teeth.
Yeah, I think for me, this one was too. It misses just because there's too much that doesn't go together. Like, you have the green felt, which looks really out of place. Why isn't that leather that matches his hat? And then the plastic of the actual skull. I was saying earlier when we were talking about it, like, I would want it painted. It just looks too shiny and new compared to the rugged leather of the hat that he has on, or the hood, that kind of stuff. So I just feel like there's a disconnect with all the different materials in it. I think that's what threw me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. The felt, I do agree, is like, wait, bright green felt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Isn't
guess
working with the rest of this.
I looked at it. I expected it to be like $150. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, that's pretty
Yeah,
reasonable. And it's coming out like this year, apparently.
You're backing it then.
No, I have
That's
zero
the
interest
one
in
you're
it. I just
backing?
thought it was
Right.
kind of a cool little thing.
All right, this next game here,
Temerity.
You have
Temerity.
You have the temerity to bring this up. huh, Tom?
Temerity is a small little game that I would have bypassed, but someone whose opinion I respect a lot told me it was a very interesting game. It's a little short, tiny game with just a few things back and forth. I really don't like how it looks, and I think this Kickstarter page is not selling it.
No, it's
They have
not.
a
Right.
quote from Richard Garfield.
That's maybe, yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm trying not to be name dropping here.
Trying
Okay?
not to pull a.
I don't
what
care.
we say, pull a Bonacore.
I didn't know anything. In fact, I'm barely listening to you now. There's a quote on this page from Richard Garfield. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. It was the only thing that stood out to me.
Right.
Everything else, I was like, this looks bad. Terrible design. Could you have picked up more boring font?
Right.
Let's keep going. And then eventually, you get down to a quote, and it's like, Richard Garfield, designer of Magic the Gathering. I really like this game. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah, he's like, I want to see it in tournaments.
But again, you have
So
no
I
idea
was
what the game
very just kind of thrown by that, you know?
Yeah, right. And I think I got more confused the longer I looked at it, the more confused. I mean, I watched the video of them playing back and forth. You know, it's a small game, limited hand size, setting up these combos. I'm like, what combos are you setting up? Like, I don't understand the game. I think that was really frustrating.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
a
if it's
game-
a small game with very little rules and very small hand size, why can't you explain it to me?
Yeah, that's the thing that you'd
That's a
expect.
good point.
Yeah.
Well, you can. I don't know.
You can.
Don't do
Oh,
it,
here
Tom.
we
Don't
go.
do it. There you
we
go. Welcome to Virus Land.
It's a rulebook.
You never click unknown
It's
links.
a really tiny rulebook, though.
Yeah.
Then explain it to me.
But then
Don't
why
make
is
me
the
read
font
the
so
rule book.
big?
I'm sorry, how fast do you think I read here? Should I
You could
explain
teach
it?
this to us live
Hang on a
right
second.
Yes, why haven't you
Yeah.
taught me this, Tom?
Moving on. I still think this is interesting.
Okay.
Thunder Road Vendetta. So this is from Restoration Games. This is a relaunch
Yes.
of the game, and this is, well, Mad Max the board game. Although it is also a re-implementation of Thunder Road, which, if I'm recalling correctly, the original one had a scrolling board that you turned it, and the board just kept going around and around like this.
I believe that's right, yes.
This looks pretty solid. I mean, Restoration Games has pretty high production values. I like how this looks a lot.
Me too. I like the look. I like the vibe. I was looking through this earlier, you know, before you collated these and sent it to us. And I just like all the little modules. Everything that they're showing off here is neat looking. Yeah, it just looks fun. I haven't played the original one, so I'm not bringing any nostalgia to this.
Right.
But this looks like a blast.
Yeah.
It looks like they got the tone right. You know? I mean, it looks like they are leaning into what it's presenting to you, and I would definitely be interested in playing this now. $145.
Well, there's a big jump here. You get $50. No, it's $50.
I get it, but that's
if
a
you
huge
want everything.
jump. When those are your two options.
Yeah, I know.
When the other one is 3 times the cost of the original one.
But
yeah,
1,500 people agree. 3,600 did the jump.
I'm not saying they're not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just saying it gave me pause. Is all I'm getting.
I think with someone without that nostalgia, not knowing what you're getting into, you know, for this kind of game, it's hard to jump in at that 150.
I agree. It doesn't seem like. I mean, the game looks light and fun, but kind of just dumb and fun. You know, I mean, I'm not saying the game is dumb. I'm saying, it's like. Woo,
and again,
blowing stuff up, racing.
And again, I'm not saying it's not worth the 150. I'm just saying that I feel like it's more of a gamble in this one. You know, because I don't have the nostalgia. I haven't played it. That's for the weight and stuff that you're getting.
I agree with that. Yeah.
But I'm excited about this because I want to drive cars down the road and shoot other cars.
Sure. Yes.
And tell me how many of those games we play now. Like 0. I don't have any in my top 1,000 probably.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't
Rush
exist.
and Crush.
It's in my top 1,000. Rush and Crush is in my top 10,000.
Yeah.
No, I really was excited by the gameplay. I thought it looked like a ton of fun.
Yeah, the only one that I can think of recently, and Chris brought it up here in chat,
Fast and Furious.
is the Fast and Furious one. I haven't played that, so I don't know.
But that's a much smaller to do.
Yeah.
And that's also more modern. You're driving stuff around. This is that whole Mad Max style.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, I think the look of this looks great.
Yeah.
And obviously the page, I mean, Restoration knows how
do you want to
put
drive a
together
big
page.
rig? Come on, that looks cool.
Yeah. It's also cool that they're putting a little wash on the minis, too, so.
Oh, they are.
Oh, I
huh?
didn't see that. Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Yeah. No, this looked good.
Sorry, this is...
Yeah, it's so good.
It's
The
I've
animation
watched
is so
it
cool.
multiple times.
The
The whole
page,
board that
is
just
fantastic.
keeps going, you know, like the treadmill style board. Love it.
My only concern with the treadmill style board and where you do that is I found in some games that do that, it gets fiddly. You're like, remove this, and I hope it's not.
No.
But it looks good. Finding Anastasia Deluxe. This is a relaunch
because
of
we
the
talked
original
about
game.
this on a much earlier show.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, on an earlier Crowdsurfing, we talked
do not
about
I
it.
found that
We
it's
were
like
at the old
the
studio.
original one didn't fund.
There
Or
we
didn't
go.
fund, they canceled it, and so now they've relaunched it as a
Sorry.
deluxe version.
Trying to...
Yeah, and they've changed the player count from 1 to 8 to 1 to 15.
Oh,
So
super.
that's interesting.
1 to 15.
I think that's right. Somewhere.
Yeah,
around
yes, they added 7 players, therefore it now funded.
there. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. I
Okay.
seem to remember when we were talking about this before, it sounded unique and intriguing, but we couldn't really tell what was happening, how much game was there.
I still
still
really like
can't
how it
really-
looks.
yeah, I don't know
think
what's
that
happening.
sums up my thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Now this Enchanted Gems thing is kind of like, dude, I can get those gems anywhere.
That's the
and it doesn't look like-
Hobby Lobby expansion is
Looks
what
also
that
like
is.
game.
I do like this box though. That looks like a...
Yeah, it looks like
Tux.
a
that's pretty cool.
like a tuxedo there. Very fancy. I like the watercolor vibe to it. I mean, the look of the game I think is fine. I like the little meeples.
Yeah, this reminds me of the old school Queen's necklace, Tom. Remember that?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of that look. But yeah, I couldn't puzzle out what was going on.
All right, I'm trying
Tom,
to...
you're going a little bit.
What are you doing?
He's a little excited
I'm
today.
trying to zoom in a bit here
Oh,
so
you're
that people
zooming.
can see it better, but it...
Okay, well, you're failing.
Yeah.
Is there a way to
That-
zoom
that's-
in, like...
You got to change the.
There we go. That's what I want to do.
Control plus,
now we're
right?
talking. So what I found interesting about this is that this is kind of being sold as trays that are specific for legacy games.
Yes.
And the first, 6 or 7 games they showed weren't legacy games.
Right. That really threw me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the storage for legacy games is really a solution in search of a problem.
You know it.
I can't remember any time where I was like, you know what we need is some special thing that works just for Pandemic Legacy.
So weird. I just don't get that.
No, I'm going to disagree there because, like, we'll just use Pandemic Legacy as an example. Like, I hate cleaning it up because you're getting more components throughout the game, different stuff, and so then to kind of relearn that, if you could always have that one thing that I just set aside, because I don't want to put it all back in the base game because there's not really, it's not set up to hold all those little components that came in boxes. You know, you take that box out and then it's just baggies, you can't remember what's where. So no, I would disagree that I would like something like this for Legacy. I would just throw it off, like, because it's also reusable, right? And then you
that is a convincing argument,
so.
but no, I disagree.
Except I'm right.
Dogmite has done a lot of their quality has been good, right? The Dogmite, they've done a lot of these wood products, and so I don't think there's
They're good-looking trays. They're good-looking trays.
Yeah.
And you can customize them. I really liked that option. You know, back to the skull before, I was like, I would want leather in it, or I'd want the green. You know, you can customize your wood and that kind of stuff.
I would be suspicious maybe
like
about the length of time it will take to get these. They have not been particularly speedy
The other thing
fulfilling.
is that I wonder if this is something that was already like, this is just a tray, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if they're like, oh, we can make this a legacy thing to, you know what I mean, to give it a niche. I don't see what makes this specific to Legacy.
If so, good on them.
Yeah,
I think you have to find a way to
idea.
sell it. That doesn't bother me.
I want this maple cake one.
Oh.
Have you
That
seen
looks
it? Did you click on like where you
Tom.
can model it? And
Oh, wait,
it
where
looks
do you
really
do that?
good. There's like a create your own custom one, and it takes you to this
Here
whole
we go.
interface.
Virus land again.
No, I clicked the link already.
Yeah, well,
Virus
so your computer exploded.
That's right.
Where is this? Create your
I
own.
don't know. It's on there somewhere. I clicked it.
I'm very excited about this.
It is.
You gotta find it now.
Start designing.
Yes! I clicked it.
Okay, well.
There we go. Now it's over.
All right.
Yeah.
Wood species. I want I want the cake.
The cake.
Yes.
There we go. Oh, that's horrifying.
No.
Okay.
I like it.
Terrible.
Kind of reminds me of Radlands.
I want a custom one.
Yeah, those
Doesn't
are the
it?
Radlands
Kind of
colors.
reminded me of it.
This looks. It's now a chocolate bar.
Okay.
No, I can't look at the custom. We'll do quad is probably the best.
Quad, yeah. You
right,
gotta go
lining.
quad, Tom.
Blue felt.
Oh.
No, it doesn't work.
whoa,
Doesn't
bad
work.
choice.
Okay, I
Whoa,
backed up.
Oof.
Not fast
No,
enough.
that's even worse.
Whoa.
How about
Take
no
his
lining?
computer. Just.
Okay.
What do you mean take this? How about black? Black's okay.
Black's okay.
That's non-offensive, yeah.
Engraving. A pentagram. I just wrote
That is for Radlands.
Love it.
That's clearly
There we go.
Radlands.
I love everything about it.
That's really neat. I like that you can do
Isn't that
this.
fun? I used a lot of time in this tool.
Your research
I'm
went.
well worth your money, Tom.
All right. I just. How do you reopen a tab that you just accidentally closed
Oh, no.
on Safari? Does anyone know?
No, I
you
don't
can
use
just
Undo,
Safari.
close tab. There it is.
Yeah,
All
there you
right.
That's an option.
Crokinole.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to know how to do it. I always accidentally close
I need you
tabs.
to show me that later. All right.
All right, so Crokinole has a variety of boards that are out there.
Sure.
There is boards that are considered to be very well done. Not you buy one. It's not the kind of thing that you should be buying a lot of them. Like you
Some
buy
people
one in
make
your
their
lifetime.
own Crokinole
You shouldn't
boards
buy
too.
more than one, probably. I don't like.
Sure. Anyway, it's like a family heirloom, and this is from Mayday Games, and
They've done this like 8
have,
times.
yes.
Yeah.
they really have. And essentially, if you're looking for a family heirloom, you probably should go elsewhere. This is the budget version of a
Yes.
Crokinole board.
Yeah.
They're not terrible, okay? They're not. I think they're fine. I got one in the past. It worked well. But these are not considered widely like the best boards.
Sure, but those
Okay.
would be many more hundreds of dollars.
Very
yes.
much. $100 is very reasonable for, I mean, extremely reasonable for a Crokinole
It's
board.
a great play.
I think they're good quality for what they are, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
for the cost, I should say. I don't own one. I'm not sure if I've messed with one of these, but
I didn't know my review was in here.
Oh, yeah.
oh boy.
And that was their, you can look at that, that's their board, but that was almost a decade ago that I
Well,
reviewed
they've
that
done
one.
so many of these seasons where they make a batch of these and sell them. What is that?
You don't, do you have an easy way of turning off night mode? People are saying they're not seeing the right colors on.
Yeah, you've had multiple comments about it being too orange.
What?
Something about your screen. I don't know.
Huh? Night mode.
We can maybe,
Are you
when
in?
Mark is going, we can maybe look into it a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
Let's go.
I don't know what people are talking about.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is an Apple setting?
The dark mode for your
Right.
for your computer.
Oh.
I don't know.
But it's the same as it always is, right? It's weird. It's just this week.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, make 100 subsistence. Man, I'm not pronouncing anything today.
You're having a hard time with the language today.
I don't understand the make 100 tagline in there. You're only making 100 games, which, by the way, I'm still not thrilled about that idea.
Okay.
Right, so you
Especially when I
can't
see
get this.
310 backers. But
Well, the 310 is that everything. The 210 people are getting this as a print and play. That's what that means.
okay,
Because if you back for
I didn't
anything,
realize
you
that.
can get it
Okay.
as a print and play.
Oh, I missed
So
that.
100 people have gotten it. There were, I think, 40 of the deluxe, 60 of the regular, something along those lines.
yeah, there's 50,
So wait,
10, and
you're
40.
making 100 of these things.
Yes.
And you took the trouble to make 2 different packages? That seems insane to me.
Because I get the impression that these are like made by either one person or a small team of people, because they're all little wooden pieces, right? I mean, this is an heirloomy type thing.
I mean, it also pushes the
I don't know. I
sustainability
think
that they're
that-
going for,
I guess
right?
I
Like, hey,
have
we're
a-
only doing
guess.
100 size footprint, and then the rest is print and play.
I have a
You
little
know,
bit less of
kind
an
plays
issue
into
with
that.
this, only in the sense that if, look, only 100 people are getting it. But if it's good enough, if it
Yeah.
creates enough of a buzz, somebody will probably pick it up for a bigger print run.
No, okay.
I don't really hate this. I mean, I think it's, first of all, I think this is a really cool looking graphically.
It is, yeah.
The design of these cards, I think, are really, really neat. I would absolutely try this game out. Just the way they were kind of like showing, you're kind of matching these symbols, getting little tokens of that symbol that you can then put on cards to trigger. It has a kind of a combo-y kind of a feel to it.
Right.
I don't know. I would absolutely try this. I will tell you, I have no interest in doing a print and play of it.
But if I got a print and play, I'd do a print and play. Be like, oh, it's small enough, I can do it myself.
Yeah.
Let me see. And now I want to buy it. I wouldn't
now you
want
can't.
I wouldn't want the print and play
Yeah.
forever if I liked it. So I think that's
All right,
unfortunate.
Roy, bring us up to the main people here. I'll try to quick fix this color, but I don't know what I'm looking for here.
There's
It says
saying
night shift is off, true tone is on.
it's
that-
night mode where the computer automatically adjusts the brightness and coloring based on the time of day.
Or is that?
Okay, that's straight orange.
Chris said in the comments that it
True
was just a
tone.
connection thing and not
A
to worry about
connection
it. Yeah,
thing.
that's what Chris said in the comments.
Okay.
So it might be one of our connections that he knows of.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no
Whoa.
clue. The brightness was down on that camera because it's normally the overhead camera, but it didn't look more yellow to me.
All right, well, it's not, night mode is not on. I just checked it. We turned it on and it was definitely orange. All right, back to the thing.
All right, back to the thing.
I made it brighter though, so have fun. All right, DVG, Valiant Defense, Lanzarath Ridge. This is, well, another game from DVG
Here's
Games.
the thing. I thought so too, and I guess it is.
No, I'm not saying it's another war game, I guess.
But it's part of a series, and it's David Thompson who did Undaunted and War Room. And, But this looks more like a classic war game, right? But I guess there's like some pretty well-renowned solo war games that I have not played because they're not in my wheelhouse. Castle Itten, and there was like another one that I think is part of the same system.
You know, am I the only person who has a problem? This is a me problem, right? But if you have all these people with these nice, cheerful faces and you're playing a war game, that really personalizes murdering them.
Yeah.
You know, when they're a counter,
I
a
can
tank.
do that. That's all. I do it myself, so this is helpful.
I have no preference if they're smiling or not. When I
Camilla.
Yeah, I don't, these games I still have not kind of been able to bring myself to really dig into them, but
Yeah.
they definitely have their fans.
I am amused.
Every now and then we do get a really good looking one.
Yeah.
of
Only
these
a war
games.
game
Yeah.
has as a stretch goal adding wooden cubes. I love that.
That's great, right? Yeah.
That's
Well,
fun.
and mounted board, things like that.
Yeah. I hope that's not what they're going to look like, though. Surely that's.
Those cubes? I mean, those are probably just
Okay, I
renders,
don't mean
but they'll
shape.
just be
Thank
wooden.
you. No.
I just
And then
closed another
white color.
tab.
No, but the renders.
All right.
Hope they're not going to be square.
Just checking, looking how Mike etiquette or whatever, but
All right.
I don't understand.
I think
Back
it's
on the
probably
mic
your
thing?
jacket hitting the mic
Goodness.
on the side there. All right, Hex, the collection of sharp-edged dice.
This is what we're doing now.
There we go. Now we're covered. Yeah.
but you're also not allowed to move. 'Cause
Yeah, don't move.
I'm not moving, Roy.
You need to be like a
Divination. I don't
gargoyle.
like these dice.
No.
I don't ever want to roll sharp-edged dice.
Supposedly,
you're wading into unknown territory here
Am
because
I?
I tried saying that, and
Yeah,
Tom
'cause
loves
what-
sharp dice.
No.
Gonna get
Oh, you
wrecked.
don't love sharp dice.
I hate sharp edge
Is
dice.
it Z that loves sharp dice?
Do not.
No, it's the internet.
Oh, it's the
There are people-
internet.
Oh, it's
Okay.
that. Yeah, that's the
Other
one.
one,
No,
yeah.
people
What's
like
that stuff I forgot about where
No.
everyone hangs out and rips into
even
us?
like-
The internet.
But even if you watch the video, like the corners, they're sharp edged, right? So it's going to hurt when you roll them if you're trying to get a good roll. But then if you watch the video, the edges are already like cracked and crumbly, and I'm like,
Really?
Yes. 2 dice specifically in there because I was looking for it. I was like, how are those edges going to hold up? No, they're not.
Yeah.
Well, the sharp edge dice supposedly roll better. That's their thing. They're no,
And
look,
they hurt.
I'm not arguing. I'm on your side. I'm just explaining the other side's point of view.
Interesting.
I do not like them.
I think we need to roll off them to find out.
Bat flip. This game's making $15,000.
It looks better than the TCG.
That's if you use that as your baseline, then everybody's going to be pretty happy because that was trash. And this
It looks like a TCG, actually.
Yeah.
Does.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I'm. I know you like baseball. I'm a fan of baseball as well. This does not. This isn't really doing it for me.
The box cover's throwing me off. It looks like a piece of trash that you would find at Toys R Us.
It does.
I'm sorry. Walmart. Keep forgetting Toys R Us is gone.
Toys R Us is gone.
Other than like baseball highlights, right? I'm trying to think. You had that bottom of the 9th game that Dice Hate Me did. But there's not a lot of baseball games. I think it's because it's hard to translate that to tabletop unless you're going the simulation route. You know what I mean? And just going with stats and baseball manager type stuff.
Which is kind of what this is going for,
I
right?
guess, but
I
on a
feel like
much-
you're the manager, you build your
Yeah.
own team by choosing the 2 different, they're not factions, I don't know baseball. What are they?
Call them factions.
The 2 different factions to make
teams,
your
whatever. It doesn't
army,
matter.
yeah.
Army. I like the way you're talking about baseball. I would probably play baseball if there was armies and if I was in shape. And
Yeah, I think it was interesting. So the cards look like
hand
they're
eye
going.
coordination.
Some of the baseballs had a hand grenade in them.
Right, yes. I think this is interesting because it kind of looks like they're going for those baseball cards, right, that you collect from people. But then the artwork doesn't match that, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, why did it go cartoony? So I did feel like a disconnect there with it. But again, not a baseball person.
I didn't catch this. Did you see what they called the Miami team?
Oh.
No, I did not.
The Miami Juicers, which if you follow baseball at all, that's basically saying they're all on steroids. So
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I
yeah.
think that's not. I don't think it's an accident because they're also calling New York Moneybags.
right.
So
Yeah. That's pretty
they
funny.
apparently like. Yeah. Okay. So of these teams, would you rather be called the Aces? Maybe Bangers. Seems like not a
Move
name
on,
I'd be
move
proud
on.
of. Juicers, Moneybags, the Flips. I don't get that one, and the Small Ballers.
That's not on the
Yeah, you can't see it on
screen.
the screen, but
Oh yes. I don't know that I would care for most of those names.
No, none of those are
I
good.
go with Aces. Thank you.
Probably the
Yeah.
Aces, yeah.
It's the only acceptable one.
Yeah. I mean, there are, those are actual, some of those are baseball
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I
terms.
forgot about the Stars and Scrubs.
Stars and
Stars and
Scrubs.
Scrubs?
Oh, I
What?
Ooh.
No one wants to be called a scrub in the sport.
I wonder
No,
if that's just like
I don't
really,
want
really
no
good
Scrubs.
cards and really, really
Scrub is someone that
It's
gets
gotta
no
be
love from me.
from me.
Yeah, that's
Hang
got
out
to be
the
some sort of
passenger
deck building
side.
thing. The stars and the scrubs sound like
Suspect
extra
ride.
good and extra bad cards.
Yeah,
It's like
that could be it.
superpower and it's more that balance.
Yeah.
We need to balance it.
Monsters and the Things That Destroy Them. It's a 21-card game, so a micro game essentially.
It reminds me, from what I can tell, of Love Letter.
This one was interesting because if you go back up, it says something, it's for smart people somewhere, but then goes on later to talk about how easy it is.
Sneaky smart people.
Smart people, but it's also easy to learn.
Well,
Most games will
Like-
say all these things that
Yeah.
are meaningless.
It just seemed right, but it just seemed like
yeah, but this
What are you
company also
calling
made
me
Growl,
yeah.
which they said fixed werewolf, which to clarify, it didn't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's in your opinion. And the
Yeah.
internet.
That is an important qualifier.
I do not like the look of this game.
No.
But I have a feeling it probably it looks very similar to Love Letter to me. I think they even mentioned Love Letter in here at some point.
I
so.
like the artwork on
Do you?
some of these.
your artwork's a little close to John Kovalick's artwork, actually.
A little bit, yeah.
It's. I don't think so, but I don't know. I like the anime-esque cute cartoony things like that fish.
The Gillman's cool. I don't like the
cute.
people.
Gillman looks like he comes from an
I
animated
like
show.
The people.
Do you?
I don't like the fish. I don't like
That's
the Cthulhu,
interesting.
whatever
Yeah,
it
I'm
was.
the other way
That fishy
around.
guy, Gillman?
Not really.
Oh,
no.
he's so cute.
No.
Look at that eyebrow.
Look at him.
All right, let's
I don't
move
hate
on.
the idea that you're trying to have the best 2 cards at the end of the game.
There's a lot of games that do that.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying. I think it's, you know, I don't love the look of it, but I think that the game might be a fun little micro game.
All right, Mind Management, Secret Missions.
I missed this one.
I didn't put it in.
It was a short little project.
We did
yes.
it because it just started. It's a short project. We'll end before our next one.
Yeah, it went up
Got it,
yesterday
okay.
and it's done in 9 days. So
Oh, wow.
really quickly, before we move past that seal of approval, that should be changed to a seal of excellence.
That's right, because it was in Mike's top 100.
Yeah, and I would now rate it above an 8. That's what I
Oh,
gave
look.
it.
It was my number 17.
Of the year.
I feel bad about that.
My number 4 from the year there, yeah.
That's pretty high
Yes.
compared to how many games came out in 2021. I just feel bad that I'm the lowest guy on that list.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of people who really obviously liked it. The game has gotten some nice attention.
Yeah, it's my
And
favorite.
this is another
hidden
chance
movement
to
game.
get it. Now, remind me, are they doing something different from the first printing
They
here?
are. Now, it's interesting, and if I'm incorrect, I apologize, but they thought that they had to do something different to put a new Kickstarter campaign out.
Technically, you're supposed to.
Well, apparently, though, he said we wouldn't have had to because the deluxe edition is not available now. Like, that's all sold out. And this is really mostly, it's got it's like 3 different things. One, if you didn't get the game at all and you wanted the deluxe edition, you can now get it through this.
Okay.
2, if you wanted some upgraded wooden pieces, if you have the retail edition of the game, you can get those wooden pieces to make it a little bit more deluxeified. And 3, you can get these printed cards that were kind of in the game. There were some little secrets, some codes that you can go to a website, and there were some cards you could have printed out on your own, put in sleeves, and added to the game.
Ugh.
They're printing those cards
Okay,
now.
good.
So if you already have the game, you can back for like what, $9 to get those cards. If you have the retail, you can get the deluxe bits if you want them. If you don't have it at all, you can now get the deluxe edition of the game.
I do like when they handle things like that. That
Yeah.
it caters to people that have the game or
Absolutely.
nothing. I really like that platform.
Yeah.
All right. Ostia developed the harbor of ancient Rome. This is from this company,
Uchibakoya.
Uchibakoya. What's the last game they made?
They made Aqua Garden,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
why I am interested in this, because Aqua Garden was a game that, I'll be honest, I backed on Kickstarter purely because of the look of it.
I also
I
did the
thought
same.
it looked beautiful. I knew nothing about the designer. I knew nothing about the publisher.
Yeah.
One of my biggest surprises of
was
the
like a
last few
sleeper hit
years.
for you.
I really enjoy it. I've taught it to a bunch of people at our conventions and
It was big at the retreat.
things, and I'm planning on teaching it at the cruise and upcoming
What
conventions.
would you rate it out of 10?
An 11.
I would rate it. See, this is tough. It'd be between an 8 and an 8.5.
Wow.
I
So an
really.
8.25, Mike.
Math.
I tell you the truth. The fact is that it's a game that I continue to want to play. So if you're putting me on the spot, I would go 8.5 right now. Same designer. I love the look of this. I like the fact that they're saying it's inspired by Trajan, which is one of the Feld games. Feld, I'm really hit or miss on. Trajan is one of my favorite of his games. So
This looks to me already, and this is their second thing, right?
well, no, it's their second one. I think that they're going to Western markets on Kickstarter.
Okay.
Okay.
So from Aqua Garden, that I have not played but I've seen, to this,
Yes.
the improvement in the look, I have no idea about the games,
Yeah.
is astounding already to me. I know you said you didn't really like the look of this game.
Don't put me on a spot like that. I don't.
I know you said specifically, I hate everything about this. It sickens me, but I'll go ahead and put it in.
I don't.
And then you
here's why this one-
gargled with...
And it came out through a pirate skull.
No, the reason I'm not interested in one is because the first one was like, wow, here's a gorgeous ocean with fish, and this is back to trading in the Mediterranean.
I think
which is
the
the one you want to turn me off on your
graphic
theme.
design here is really good.
Really good. Yeah.
I think that's a great looking box. I think all the graphic design is strong. I'm like both of you that I really like artwork.
Yeah.
But I think subconsciously graphic design I like even more.
Yeah, it's super important.
I don't
know
think
what
it's
I mean?
subconscious. I think you definitely like it more.
Well, and
you're
it
very
also-
You're just
vocal
now
about it.
realizing that, but we all know
I'm
that.
talking, what did I say? Subsistence. That's what I meant.
It also plays a
Filigree.
huge role into the usability of a game, right? It really,
Yes.
really does.
Yeah.
It makes a difference if you're not having to struggle over iconography and player aid cards and things along those lines. So,
Yeah, I really like the Mancala
Me
style,
too.
and I think that was really.
I
When you
agree
each
the
have
graphic
your
design
own-
is good. I agree that it's probably a good game. I look at that and my interest is so low.
I was not interested on the cover. I saw the cover and I was like,
I don't like the
"Whoa."
cover at all,
You know,
actually.
but then once we
cover
got
is
to the
great.
boards,
Threw up.
I held it back.
yeah, now
but-
this
Thank you.
looks like a pretty hefty game. They're saying, between an hour and a half to 2 hours. So
It's not cheap either.
I didn't.
it is
I
not
didn't
cheap.
realize
But
it was that
again,
long.
I do get the
Ooh.
impression that, this is a pretty small crew that's making these games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a
Is this
sequel
one-
to The Crew, you said?
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Is this one
Hit him
going?
with the Glockenspiel.
Is this one going to retail?
I don't believe.
So it's gonna be same as Aqua Garden, like this is your chance,
If
because I know
you
that's
want
a
it,
big
yeah.
drawback of Aqua Garden is people
Right.
want it and can't get it.
You might be able to get Aqua Garden through this.
Oh,
I think you can get Aqua Garden through the Ostia.
that would make sense. Yeah, all right.
Interesting.
Like, go to the bottom, it might be an add-on.
Here it goes. Hold on.
You
Here,
blew
get
right past
sandwiches.
it. You blew right past it.
Okay, yeah, a bunch of their other games.
Oh.
Wait, I didn't see this one
what's
here.
that
What's this?
one?
Age of Donkeys?
Age of
That's an
Hunting.
elephant. You don't know your
I'm
donkeys.
sorry.
very
I
well.
want that
It's a
one.
mammoth. Yeah, actually,
Anything,
I
if
like,
it's
I like the
four-legged
look
to
of that
me,
game, too.
it's a donkey.
It's a different designer, though, so I don't know. as
I
much
don't care. I
about
just want those pieces.
Okay,
Well,
Tom, you're
here's-
so shallow.
it. Again, I could be wrong, but I was under the impression that this publisher started as a maker of meeples, of like bits, and then went into game design, but I'm not positive about
I believe that based on Aqua Garden.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they killed it.
Oh, they
right?
did.
I mean,
Those are some of the
they-
best
yes.
screen printed meeples I've ever seen.
All right, last resort.
Space Hotel Simulator.
Last resort. The last yeah, I'm trying to think of a better way to say it. I guess that's how you say
I
it.
think it's a clever name, actually.
Well, wait a minute,
Oh,
did
you
I-
need to refresh this bad boy.
I do need to refresh this bad boy. Don't want to fall in that trap again.
No.
All right.
Too
What color is each player? It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted
I am too, actually.
because I
believe it
want
or
to
not.
like this. The idea of building a space hotel is cool. I look at the meeples and the wooden pieces; they look great. And then I look at the board, and I'm not as excited. That
Yeah.
main
Yeah.
board looks like one of those nasty boards from the '90s.
It looks like Pulsar.
It's like
a
a
little bit.
video game, like a cheap video game too. This is the one you
Yes.
get in the bundle that you didn't mean to buy, but they threw in there
Yeah,
to
yeah.
sell it. I'm way less excited than all
Yeah, it
of you. I
doesn't-
think.
doesn't look like
I
there's a
don't
game
know.
to
I mean,
it just based on
I'm
that.
ambivalent, I would say.
Oh, it's this company.
They've had some great looking games in the past. In fact, most of those you went by are good looking games.
Yeah.
Venice, Ragusa, whatever, Florence.
Yeah.
This last resort game that I guess already went up once and they pulled it.
Did
Go
they?
back up.
Yeah, it didn't fun.
yeah,
And they just did it in
fun.
November.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm
Right.
not loving the look. Is it different, I wonder?
I wonder. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I wonder if that canceled one had a very different look.
Well,
Click it.
yes, sir.
It-
All right, let's
Scroll
see.
down.
How much did it make? $1,000? Is that right?
Well, they might have pulled it right away.
Oh,
You know
okay.
how it is
That
sometimes if your company,
board
it looks pretty similar
Looks
actually.
the same.
It looks very similar, yeah.
Let me see that board.
I better.
Yeah, it looks the same.
Yeah,
It
better.
does.
Better
They must have
pictures
pulled
of
it
it,
right
but
away.
that-
I bet
Yeah.
you they pulled it instantly. Also, their goal was
Oh, 7,000.
47,000.
What is it now?
Oh.
Their goal now
30.
is 20,000.
See?
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go. And they still haven't hit it yet, but they've got 11 days. I think they may fund, but I don't know if they're
Yeah.
going to do much better than that.
No, I'm with you. I wanted to like this, and I kept looking for that reason. I mean, hotel management in space, you know, it's a cool theme, but it's just, yeah, it's kind of a miss.
All right. Chang'an. Mix different decks together to create a unique gameplay experience each time.
So this is from Deer Games, and we just got
Yeah, look, because I recognized
that
their
Momiji.
logo.
Yeah.
And I looked, I'm like, okay, that's the other thing they've done, that
Yeah.
trick-taking, very attractive game.
Yes.
What is it
This-
called? Momiji?
Momiji.
Has anyone played that yet?
I played it solo. I played the
You played
base
a
game
trick-taking
solo.
game.
No,
by himself.
that's exactly.
Did you win?
Rightfully so.
That is true. I
played
lost.
a trick-taking game
I gave
by
it to Z. I
himself.
want to see what he thinks of it.
I had to wash it first.
You definitely needed to wash it. Yeah, I don't want to say anything about it yet because I played just the very basic as a solo game. It's a trick-taking game.
Is it a solo game?
Well, they say it is. No.
No. What I mean is, okay, so it's more than just a solo game.
Oh, absolutely.
solo
It should.
only. Yeah.
I can tell you right now, I doubt very highly I would recommend it as a solo game.
I think just by you saying a solo trick-taking game, I didn't have to play it to tell you should play it
Believe
by
it or not,
yourself.
I've actually played one or two that kind of work. Like
A trick-taking game.
yeah, Gorus Maximus. That Gorus Maximus game kind of works as a solo trick-taking game. It's weird, but it kind of works. And Z's gonna whisper, "Go do it."
Mike needs to get some new friends.
This one looks great, though. Don't you think so?
I think it looks good.
does look good.
I love those
like
card
this.
designs.
Yeah.
Are fantastic.
Yes.
And the way they were describing how the game worked, the mechanisms in the game sound, they almost give me a little bit of like a It's a Wonderful World vibe where you're kind of triggering cards to get resources.
And then managing those resources and the custom
looks-
decks. Yeah, I think
looks
this
nice.
looks really good.
And
I
actually,
get a little bit of a Hadara vibe from it, actually.
Okay.
You know?
oh, from the cards, yes.
Because of the cards, the cards, really. It looks good. It looks interesting.
This is very cool looking.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
What about Town Hall, a card game?
I'm all out.
Oh yeah, back out.
This is one of those ones where I feel kind of a little bit bad. Like,
Yeah.
this guy's trying to make this, but just didn't put a whole lot of effort into
Yeah.
it. Although the card design
card
is terrible.
design-
A lot of
okay.
experience. I mean, it just
I think
looks
they
like
put a-
very inexperienced.
It's not a lack of effort. It's
Right.
they put in effort. Those cards, there's a lot of artwork there. To me, and this sounds super full of myself, but it feels like misguided effort.
Yeah.
Like this is selling to a small group of people, probably those people right there. Because this is clearly pictures of people that he based these on. So
I'm pretty sure the guy down in the corner is Ray. The bottom right.
yeah, who is it? Ray Charles?
Looks a little like him, doesn't
I
it?
don't think he's gonna buy a copy.
Z hates everything about it.
So,
Is that what we're doing now?
I'm not
new
really.
thing?
Anyway, I'm not loving the look of this.
I do like the logo of the company. I like the London Fox there. I think that's
That is not a bad logo,
cute.
although
Very
that
cute.
looks a little similar to Firefox.
Firefox is the profile, I think, of the wolf's head, right?
do a barrel roll. Oh, that's Star Fox. Sorry. I like it.
Is this next one a game or not? Okay, we'll say it is.
All right.
Okay.
Ice Dice, baby!
Yes.
Food safe dice for drinking in dungeons. I'm really curious what your all thoughts are on this.
My thought is that it's too expensive. That's my number
That's
one
it.
thought. It's
That's-
too expensive. But
Exactly.
But if you had a regular gaming group that also liked to have a drink, like maybe role playing especially, this would be cool. You give everyone a little bourbon or scotch or whatever, and have these. Little...
As a non-drinker, I don't know what a whiskey stone is. Is that just a really cold stone you put in whiskey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't water down the drink.
I'll tell you what.
Figured it out.
If this was the right price, I
Yes.
might have backed 2 things this week.
Yeah, it's a neat idea.
And I'm not even a role player.
Yeah.
But these are cool looking.
Yeah.
I really like the way this looks. But they are for 2, and you need at least 2.
Right.
It's nearly $100 or something. I mean,
It shows them putting 2 in one glass. Would you put 2 in one glass?
Nah.
All right, so $52
You're
bucks
just
is a
showing
lot
off
of
if
money.
you put 2 in your one glass.
yeah, it's too much.
Is that
These are-
52 for one?
Yes.
You better believe it.
Oh, I thought you got
One.
2.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Ah.
But
Well, how
they
much do
are
whiskey
neat.
stones cost? Are they normally expensive?
No.
Yeah, you can.
You can get metal ones also.
Yeah, I've seen the metal
Those are
ones,
fairly
too.
cheap. This is made like from volcanic rock and whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's too expensive.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
I like the idea. I think it's a really cool trinket to have and keep like by the bar or whatever.
Right.
And if someone comes over and they want to have one of these in their drink, it's cute. It's a conversation piece.
Yeah, it is.
You know, not for $100 though. That because
No.
the conversation is going to be about how you're paying me for this rock.
Botanicals
Like, here
is
you
bu-
go. Enjoy
Botanicals
your
bought
drink.
30 of them.
You
That's
owe me
right.
$58.
He needs you to. Never mind. Let's go to Mark, and we'll be right back.
Hey folks, welcome back to our Dice Tower preview recap. I'm Mark. Now last week we talked about Iron Forest, which has now dropped, so definitely go check it out. Fantastic dexterity flicking game. But today we're going to be talking about Deep Rock Galactic. So, Deep Rock Galactic is based on the video game of the same name. All the things are here. They've really captured the world, the feel of the video game in the board game. So you take on the role of a dwarven miner, but in space with all kinds of weapons and gear. Each miner has a specialty, and you have amazing weapons that help protect you from giant insectoids. But really, you're on your way to Hoxie's 4 to mine for those critical minerals, and you are playing and working together in order to gather whatever the objectives call for. But you have to defend yourselves as well. Now the game is chock full of amazing miniatures, fantastic artwork, and like I said, they really captured 100% the feel of the video game. And these weapons, they can be upgraded and overclocked to give you even more bigger special abilities. It's fantastic the way those work. And not only that, but you're dual wielding weapons, and you've got things like grenades you can throw and rock and stone cards giving you special abilities through the course of the game. So it really does capture the feel here, but the insectoids are not to be trifled with. Now you do have a pickaxe, and you could use it in a pinch against like the grunts and such, but you're going to be using that to mine the minerals and move through the cave and maybe discover hidden areas. You're actually chipping away at the board as you lay out new tiles and so forth. So they did a good job capturing that feel, which, you know, I played the video game a ton over the last week along with the board game just so I could see how they compare, and they did a really fantastic job. Alright folks, if Deep Rock Galactic looks like something that might be of interest to you, please go check out my full preview, which drops very, very soon, so keep an eye out. Now, if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. Alright folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Question about that.
I think that bothered me more than the big monsters.
Yeah.
It's very bug.
Yeah.
Buggy.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that spider in Harry Potter when they're doing the kill spell, whatever. You know, it's like writhing in pain. And
Yeah, you know what it reminded me
I'm the only
of?
one that. Okay.
District 9. Those
Yes.
big bugs.
Yes, it does look like those guys.
All right. Here we go through some stuff that is not
You know what it
games.
reminded me of? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Send those in to me at tom@dicetower.com if you find something, and I may or may not put it in the show. This first one, I put in here because I like it. I wish this guy would succeed, and this is marble racing.
He's not succeeding, Tom.
He's not, but it looks like a cool track, and I especially like he has this little box here
That
that
just zooms them,
accelerates
right?
the
Yeah.
marbles. It's really
Zooms
cool.
That is very neat.
Yeah, that's
I have
pretty
concerns
neat.
about the marbles staying on that track, though.
Yeah, but in his video they did.
Yeah.
Okay, but you would put like 30
Well, I know
marbles
what
on
I would
that.
do.
You can't, yeah, the thing would be on
put a-
fire by
put
the
it
end of
like
the
a-
day if Tom's
Or
like,
like-
Carrot in there or something and shoot a carrot.
I mean, he made a very long video, but I mean, once he got it, was it this one or was it another one? It showed him racing them with his kids, and they were watching it, and they were just flying around the track. The problem with them flying around a track like that, though, is, and I was thinking about it from a race perspective, they just keep going.
Yeah.
After a while, you'd be like, oh, who's in the lead and who's a lap
Yeah,
behind? I don't
that's
know.
true.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
And-
really neat.
It's
going
cool.
that
It's
fast,
very,
they're gonna
very
go
cool.
off that
Is it-
fast
I didn't look at the
and break
prices.
something.
Well, the all-in is like $500, but you can start much cheaper than that.
See, I would have backed this if I didn't already have a marble race.
I think the cheapest ones are what they're calling gravity tracks, which isn't going to have those accelerators or elevators.
Sure.
Yeah.
They just, you start at the top and go to the bottom.
Right.
Gravity, I got it.
All right. Magwalk.
Oh, yeah.
All
I've been waiting on this, guys.
All right, so the 5-in-1 shoes that get you ready in seconds.
I tell you what, I mean, these are the most versatile shoes I've ever seen.
Okay. On a motorcycle?
You need the tassel on the motorcycle. What are they doing?
Obviously, clearly,
How are they riding
you need a
this
tassel.
without a tassel? And a magnetic tassel at that. Yeah.
Soft leather shoes on a motorcycle? Come on,
And no
y'all.
socks.
No,
That's
you ain't
a good look
shifting.
on a motorcycle
No.
there.
Okay, so this is a shoe
Right.
where you can take things on and off.
And then you have a little carrying case for all of your looks that
That
you
you
can
need
keep with
to
them.
in
that you need to
case.
have
Right.
with you.
You know,
Right.
it's like at work. afterward.
Right, yeah, because let me tell you, that's going to make a huge difference whether you have that little chain on there or not. That goes from casual to dressy.
Wait, so like you're done with work, you're like,
So
all right,
bad.
and you're getting ready to leave.
Right.
You put your jacket on, and then you put your tassels on your
That's
shoes.
correct.
But then you have to get on your motorcycles, you take the tassels
That's right.
off.
Well, not everyone
so
rides a
you don't lose
motorcycle.
it.
What's
Well, it's in
They're
both
right
the
there.
pictures.
That's right. Yeah, there's another one.
Clearly targeted.
So those are not even straps. They're just they're decoration.
They're
Yes.
fake buckles that you connect to your shoes.
I've actually been super confused as to why people like these tassels on shoes. I've always hated them.
I do not like them. So these are basically.
That makes me think of my father. Like it's such an old. It's such a
That's an old look, right?
It's a really old look.
Everything about
This guy is a hipster, and he is not rocking those tassels.
What about a chain?
The chain, maybe. Sure,
it's
why
perfect
not?
for an evening
Depends what I'm
hangout.
doing. You know, if I'm watching Netflix, for example, the chain. But
This is
if
my
it's
favorite.
Hulu, I'm not gonna put on that chain if I'm gonna watch Hulu. What am I, plebe?
This is my favorite though. That there's a portable case to carry them on.
And you have to take it with you while you wear these shoes.
I think
Are you kidding?
I think what we're missing here, though, is that these shoes are now magnetic, and that just opens up. Forget all of these looks. I'm thinking of just metal things I'm sticking into my shoes.
Yes, as
All right.
you walk
Now I'm
around,
interested.
things are
Like
going.
nails,
Correct.
You know?
That's right. I
Yeah.
want staples on my shoes. I want nails on my
I'm-
shoes.
all right.
I want
I take
various
back all my
chains
negative
on
comments.
my shoes.
I need
Also,
these.
debris from the ground.
I want
will
debris
start just
on
kind
my
of clumping
shoes.
onto your
Construction
shoes.
That's correct. That's
Well, you're
it.
not keeping these shoes on in the airport.
Spoons. I want spoons on my shoes at this point.
Gosh.
You're at a diner? Here we go. Oh, you forgot to. I'm not waiting for the waitress to bring me my
Got
silverware. Here we go.
Bam.
And also, you could get more samples at the supermarket
could, that's
because
right.
you have one pair of
There you
shoes.
go.
Yeah.
You come up like, oh, I'm a different guy.
That's right, yeah. That guy had tassels.
And you get the tassels.
See any tassels
You get
here?
the tassels, you put them on your mustache. You're a different dude.
I'll have another
Hello?
cocktail weenie, please. Wait, did I say another? I'd like a cocktail weenie, please.
So ridiculous.
How much are they? I didn't even look at
A lot.
that.
I didn't make
$100
it past the fugliness of them. So.
$149.
I would pay $150 for a really good pair of shoes, but
I
not on the
have
internet.
paid
Yes.
much more than $150 for a very good pair of shoes. I would not pay.
Were they magnetic?
You gotta get
No,
your,
that pair. I did.
you gotta get your shoe game up.
Garbage.
Step up your shoe game.
Yeah, those were not.
All right, the Slouchee, which everything else aside, I like the name of this.
Do you?
Slouchee.
Well, come on,
Slouchee.
you sit on a lazy boy.
I guess that's true, yeah, the
All
Slouchee. So at the very beginning of this video, they show the woman that's inflating this, and I'm thinking it's a good thing you've got the Slouchee around because you're going to be passed
You're
out
going
by
to
the time
slouch
you're
after
going to
this.
you're going to be
Yes.
and you're going to collapse onto the Slouchee because
They
you
show
passed
it,
out.
and they show it size comparison to
Yeah.
the neck, the whatever, the
Yeah,
right there.
I'm sorry.
And it's so huge.
It's enormous. Yeah, this dude's wearing a
Catchers.
he's wearing a catalog. Look at this,
That's one for a
man.
catcher. Yeah, there's no question about that. That's a good look.
I mean, I get that they're trying to do something new. It's also a booster seat, so there's that.
Make no mistake.
Don't laugh at booster seats.
No, I was saying that's a positive benefit.
Yeah.
I just am starting. I have yet personally to find one of these. Find one of these that works well.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I know that here they're like it's also a desk.
Okay, but that's so airplane dependent. When's the last time you had that much
No
legroom
one has that much
on any-
legroom. No, that's a filthy lie right there.
That's-
It's
yeah.
a bus with the background removed.
That is absolutely right.
And I'm sorry,
And you can use it at home.
you don't
wanna
need that
do
for
that.
your table.
You
Come
don't.
You
on.
do not want to put a laptop right on that.
Also, the amount of heat
generates
coming
heat.
So
yeah, that
hot,
thing is in
right?
flames in 20 seconds. That's a burning Slouchee now.
The lap tray.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Again, they're really trying to make it. Now, actually,
Is that
can they
legal?
show it as a booster
I was gonna
seat?
say, I don't know if that's legal, right?
No. It might be legal, but it needs to be approved. You need to get anything that's a booster seat.
That
has to be-
kid is beyond needing a legal booster.
Correct.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
they're just saying she can now be slightly higher up in the car and she's allowed to talk to the grown-ups.
Ah, I gotcha.
Because
still
otherwise you
looks-
keep your mouth shut and you stay in the back.
It still looks like a catcher's.
It really does.
I can't get over that.
Yeah.
Why do you need that whole thing in the front, though? Like, you don't need all that.
Because it's supposed to go elsewhere, Tom. It doesn't fold.
It's a multi-use thing.
It's not the pair of shoes where you can remove parts and add other parts. Where's my tassels at?
That's right. My joke. I just said you had to stick them on my pocket.
But that could have been easily fixed with 2 different ports that, like, made it 2 separate channels.
Yeah.
So, okay, you needed it as just the neck pillow, only inflate the
And
top.
they could, like, slide into each other?
No.
And lock them in place?
I'm being serious.
I am still looking for
right
the
now, they
perfect
could have made it work.
sleep on a plane thing. I have not found one.
No, I think...
Best way to sleep on a plane is bring on a bed.
Have you used one of those turtleneck pillows? Those are the ones I like. The, like, scarf one? I have a good one.
I've given up on it almost. I had that butt pillow, which was great for a while, because my lower back is what kills me on a plane in long flights more than anything else.
Yeah.
Also, no one ever wanted to touch it for some reason.
That's the other thing. The other thing is in here it talks about it offering lumbar support, but nowhere in this design do I see any. It talks about being for your back for lumbar, and I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they make a lot of claims. I'll just go there.
Yes.
They make a lot of claims.
I think it's funny the way it looks. I agree with you, Tom. The whole catcher's
It definitely has a catcher's guard.
Yeah.
All right, FurPal.
FurPal, you say?
Play it, Roy.
They did add this one?
All right. This one's on the
Nightmare
list
juice.
straight up because of this video.
Yeah,
I mean, we're going to talk about the product too, but we're not playing a video for you, but you got to watch it.
But yeah, it's...
So this is a cage, and they're trying to be humane as you capture animals. But here's the deal. So Z has a wolf problem, right?
Yeah.
He wants to catch a wolf.
Right.
But there's also wild boar running around.
And he doesn't want to capture the boar. He wants them to run free in his
No.
backyard.
Right. So this, when it catches your animal, it scans the face of it.
Right.
And if it's the wrong animal,
No.
and if it's the wrong animal, nothing happens. If it's the right animal, it traps it, and it tells you because it says. And they said in the video, normal cages, the animal might be trapped in there for hours. Right. Apparently,
or days.
For me, though, I'm out shopping. I'm like, we got that home. I got a wolf.
I've got a badger.
Like, how does this make it any less time? It's not like I'm going to run home.
Oh, man. There's an app. So it's a cage with a battery, with a camera,
and
with
a
facial
panel.
recognition.
Solar panel, too.
A solar panel to charge it. And an app that will take pictures of random things walking in here.
Yeah.
You've got a howling wolf.
No, that wolf, that's exactly how they stand when they get the trap.
That's true.
They do.
And then they also have rats that are the same size as the wolf.
Right.
So that's a good thing.
Oh, this is so strange.
Again, if they had said, here's a humane trap that catches it and alerts you, I would have thought, okay, but the fact that you care which animal the only thing I could think of, and they didn't mention this, was like if you have a stupid dog.
Sure.
Okay.
And the dog's like, oh, it goes in there, gets caught. You're like, no.
Be outside.
Do this stupid dog again.
Did you say or a child?
I did say or a child. Okay, but then I said, but your child shouldn't be outside anyway without supervision. But yes.
This is only somewhere where there are so many different kinds of wildlife.
Right.
And you're like, I want that badger.
That's right.
You program his face into the app.
I'm going to put Barry's picture in here. Barry the badger. I don't want any other badger. It's going to recognize Barry specifically. I'm catching Barry.
You know this app is going to work for 2 months, and then it's going to have no support.
Yeah, there's also, I would doubt very highly there's an app that's
There'll
actually
be a famous suit brought by the wolves for discrimination, facial recognition. We were caught.
So how much are they looking for? Because I think they're making $400.
They are making 400. They were looking for 120.
Well, sure. Right.
They
I
spent
think it's electronic.
all 400 of this has already been spent on the many bunny suits used to make this
That is
video.
correct that they rented.
And the stock footage that they bought from various video places.
Because that cage is nothing. I mean, it looks like almost any other of these types of cage, and even the latch is just literally, lift it and fall.
Again, I would be okay with a solar-powered thing that alerts your phone and tells you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah,
Just
trap got triggered,
the fact that you care about the animal that much, and you're okay with other animals walking in the trap, seems odd.
How do you, that trap is going to, I assume, attract them with food.
I would think so.
If some other fool walks in there, you think he's going to look in the camera and then be like, you're not looking for me, right?
I'm out.
He's going to eat the food.
That's right.
Hence, your trap just became worthless. Now, Steve or Barry or whatever's not going to come in. There's nothing to attract them.
Why are we naming all the animals?
Because Barry the badger needs to be captured. It's a menace.
Various nothing but problems.
FurPal.
Yep.
All right, let's. You're asking why is that cage in a football stadium? Watch the video.
Yeah, all your questions will be answered, and then you'll have a lot more questions.
If you watch the video.
All right. Mike, what's your choice of the week?
My pick of the week. Now, I'm not picking Mind Management because it's already been in my top 100 of all
so
time.
Mike has 2 picks of the week.
But I recommend if you like hidden movement games, that's my new favorite hidden movement game of all time. I love that game. But I'm actually going to go for Ostia. That's the one I'm backing out of this batch. I'm backing that, and so I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm really excited about this, mostly based off of the experience I had with Aqua Garden, which was a huge surprise. It was something I was just taking a punt on, and I turned out to really like the game. So,
all right. Mine is I gotta find it here because I can't because I'm using this stupid internet Safari trash. There it is. I'm picking Thunder Road. No, I really look. I'm hoping that this is. I'm hoping this is the game.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this is the one that lets me drive cars around and shoot at each other. Because almost every time I played these games, like you mentioned, what was the one?
Russian Crush.
They're always really slow.
Yes.
They're always like move
and
move,
fiddly.
And fiddly.
These games tend to overcomplicate for the sake of simulation.
Right.
And happy medium is the way to go. This is also my pick of the week, Tom.
Whoa!
So I'm gonna just go for Thunder Road. I mean, again, I backed one thing, which is not this. But it's also like $18. This is not $18.
Yeah, but you'll definitely get a chance to play.
But I will play. Yeah, I'm interested in checking it out. I really like the look, what's going on, the theme, of course. I love this Mad Maxian stuff, and I will wreck shop.
I'm really glad y'all picked this because I wanted to.
You can.
But then I felt bad. No. I felt bad. I was like, I hope someone else picks this. So I'm glad you did because I feel better about my pick now, which is Chang'an.
Yeah, that's a good looking game too.
I really like the look
near
of it.
The end, right?
It was, yeah. It was like the second or third to the end. The resource management with the custom decks, that you're building. And,
well, this was actually my second pick.
This would have been right up there for me too.
So yeah, I'm really excited about this one.
I also like that logo.
I might back.
It's a nice logo, yeah. Yep. And,
that's beautiful.
And
that right there is a nice animation.
Well, I haven't played enough of the game to say the production was really nice. It's a gorgeous looking game. This looks to be the same. So.
Right. And it looks like the mechanisms to back it up. So
let's hope.
I'm tempted by this one.
Alrighty, well there you go, folks. That's what's on Kickstarter this week. I've unleashed a monster. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. We got Board Game Breakfast. And then at 11, we got...
We'll Play It Live.
We'll Play It Live. We're playing Gold West. And then at 2, another We'll Play It Live, and that's going to be Menagerie.
That's correct.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm remembering. And lots of other videos, of course, going up. Check them all out. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Z Garcia.
I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
And I'm Mike DeLisio.
Have fun with the FurPal.
FurPal. FurPal.
That's a better...